fast, Mama. Look, we're spending. Let's put everything back in. Okay. Okay. Ready?
Ready, go! Welcome to our kitchen. Today we are making. What are we making?
We are making a frittata. Spinach frittata. If you want to cook along with us, click on the link below and you can subscribe to get this recipe plus each of our weekly recipes sent straight to your inbox. And then you can join us live every Monday and cook along with us from our home to yours. All right, let's go through our tools.
Oh, you know what I to do?
Tools, what do we need here?
Fork and a pan.
Fork, pan, you know what? I also got us a bowl.
Why do you get us a bowl, Mommy?
I think we're going to need one. All right, let's go through our ingredients. This frittata is very simple.
Yeah, and you have to make it like this.
All right, ready, Chef?
Ready. The first.
Well, let's take them all out. That's eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is your. Here you go. Okay. Spinach.
Yeah, and nothing.
And yogurt.
Nothing.
And salt.
Now the first thing that we're gonna do is crack our eggs.
Okay.
And you gotta do non-eggs.
I get to do none. That's fine. We're gonna crack our eggs into this small container over here. I'm just moving everything out of the way.
Ooh.
Because cracking eggs gets messy. That's why we have a towel.
Yeah,
Yep.
always have a towel.
Always have a towel. And when you finish cracking the egg, Chef, you can just pour it straight into this bowl. Go ahead. Pour the egg that you cracked into the bowl before you crack the next one.
Okay.
That way, we do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's easier for her to crack right into the small container. But number two is that in case she gets some shell in, we can easily scoop that out. Perfect. And then if you want, I'll just collect your shells over here. So cracking eggs does get a little bit messy, but that's okay. We have our towel on hand. And as you can see, nope, the shells to me. Do you need your towel? Okay, so it does get messy. So having a towel on hand is always important when you're cooking with the kids. Oh, wait, pour this in. But especially when you're doing something like eggs. And you can see she's tapping it straight on the table, which is perfect because we never want to crack our egg against the side of a bowl. That can cause the shell to shatter, and then you're going to get it stuck inside of your egg, and then you're going to end up with it in your food. So we don't want to do that. So we crack on a flat surface, and then she just gently pulls apart the two sides of the shell, and she cracks it straight into a container. And as you can see, it's a little messy, but she's doing it. And this is a great skill to practice with little chefs at home. As long as you have the patience, a small container and a towel. There's really nothing else you need. Yes. Perfect work with that towel. Thank you so much. And we love making frittatas because they're fast. They're fast. And they have a lot of protein in them. And you can have them for breakfast or dinner.
Now it's time to mix the frittata.
So she's going to mix with a fork.
Very fastly so it can get out of the bowl. But this high wall.
Yes, when we mix, we like to use bowls that have high walls because it does make splashing a little more challenging. Not impossible.
I wanted a cooking show that I spilled, but there was high walls, but I still spilled.
Yeah, if you're talented, you can spill over any size wall. It doesn't really matter.
But you can't spill with mixing things.
But we like to use a fork to help break up the egg yolk.
Yeah, because it's fun.
It's fun, but it's also that's what we want to do. That's how we're going to get the nice texture on our frittata.
Yeah.
All right, Chef, what's next?
The next thing that we're going to do.
Step 2.
Is pinch and salt. And yogurt.
Yeah, so when you make eggs,
Let's put
it's always, oh, sorry, I opened that for you. When you make eggs, it's always a good idea to add a little bit of dairy
and some pinches
of salt because the dairy does help make your eggs super fluffy.
3. And once I spilled the whole entire salt in.
Yes, that is true, but we solved that problem.
Yeah.
The other thing you want to be careful of when you are putting salt in eggs is not to burn your yolks. Because if you lay the salt, salt directly on the egg yolk, it can what's called burn it, which is when you get these
And
little,
it's too yummy to eat right now.
you get these little yellow like chunks. So we already mixed up our eggs beforehand, but if you do add your salt in on top of your unmixed eggs, just be careful not to let that sit too long because it will start to burn the yolk.
Yeah, and it's so hot.
Well, it doesn't burn it with heat. It's just that's what happens if you put salt on. Oh,
It's
wait,
hot.
salt on your eggs. So we're mixing this up. Let's show everyone how it's looking. It's looking nice and mixed. We want to get it nice and even.
Okay.
We have a couple of chunks of our yogurt, but that is okay. It's okay. All right. I'm just going to give it a little mix just to help break up some of that yogurt. You know what? I should have really mixed the yogurt before. We're just using 100% plain yogurt and some milk. Yogurt adds in some of that bacteria, which is nice, but the problem is it does make it a little sour. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead, do your thing.
Put it in the oven. And
Wait, we're on step 3. So what do we do?
Oh, on step 3. Spray the pan.
Spray the pan, and spraying is another one of these wonderful skills that
And it's
little...
fun to spray the pan. It's so fun. I wish I could eat this.
No, don't eat it. Just spray the pan. That little chef loves to work on, and she's getting, it's a little heavy. She's getting a little bit of a heavy. Okay. Yep.
Hey.
Yep. Go ahead. There you go. You don't need too
I
much.
got it.
So that's a little heavier than we like to do, but it's okay. And this is a skill, a lifelong learning skill. Okay, so now she's just sliding the excess oil all over the pan. And if you don't want to use spray, you can always just use regular cooking oil, canola, olive oil. I think this is actually canola oil in a spray. Okay, that's great. Let's move it along here, chef.
Now,
So now we're going to take fresh spinach and we're going to lay it across the bottom of our pan. And this is raw spinach. We're going to actually cook the spinach as we cook the frittata because we're skipping the step of pre-cooking. So normally when you add spinach into an omelet or something like that, you would cook it beforehand. We are skipping that because sauteing is not a job that this chef can pull off by herself. So we just want to make sure, I'm just going to scrape this bowl out. Lovely. And she's already doing it. She is tucking those spinach leaves underneath the egg. Oops, sorry, I dripped all over you. She's tucking them down. You don't have to use your hands. I would be personally using a spatula. Perfect. Yep, you're just going to tap them down gently without splattering. And yeah, you know, it's a little cleaner with your hands. I agree. All right, chef, take your hands out. Yeah, it's good. I want to put it in the oven so that we'll be able to eat dinner soon. Okay, put that back in. Ugh. You do not need to eat raw spinach with raw egg. There you go. We're just going to pop this in the oven. We have it at about 425. We're going to pop it in for 20 minutes. And
clean the table really.
So make sure, again, you subscribe to our channel. Click on the link below so that you can cook along with us.
And the next time, make sure to make your potato with Kayla.
And we'll see you guys next week.